What is up, guys? So this is going to be a theory video. You saw the title. I think Mallus is Savitar, or at least that's a theory of mine. You might be thinking something like, what the hell, that's ridiculous, and that's understandable, but just hear me out. After you hear my theory, you might not be thinking it's that ridiculous. So the first clue that makes me think that Mallus is Savitar, and this is the weakest clue, but the clues add up, and this clue contributes to the theory. But anyway, the clue is when Mallus was talking to Rip through Eleanor Dark, he said, "I am a god." While a lot of characters in the DC universe are gods, Savitar did say this a lot in Season 3. Like, he literally could not stop saying this. Again, this might be the weakest clue, but it's still a clue nonetheless. So right before that conversation, right before Mallus possessed Eleanor, Eleanor said a very telling line when talking about Mallus. She says, and I quote, after Rip asks, "Where is Mallus?" or something like that, Eleanor says, and I quote, "Mallus is everywhere and nowhere, refracted throughout time." So the big giveaway from that is the line "refracted throughout time." That sound familiar? It should, because spreading himself throughout time was Savitar's exact plan in the Season 3 finale of The Flash. So you might be thinking, and I thought this too, Savitar did not succeed in spreading himself throughout time. He failed his plan. But what if he didn't? What if when Cisco shot him with the device, it actually spread Savitar throughout time and also unlocked the Speed Force, which was Cisco's intention because he tampered with the device? But just think about it. Do you really think Savitar was stupid enough to let Cisco tamper with the device without some kind of failsafe? Maybe Savitar actually wanted Team Flash to think that they erased him from existence so that they don't hunt him down while he's in the background, spread throughout time, becoming Mallus. What if when he actually wanted Cisco to tamper with the device, knowing that even if Cisco tampers with the device, it will still spread him throughout time, but also unlock the Speed Force, landing Jake Eric out, and then having them defeat him. He gets erased from existence, and again, they don't hunt him down, and he's in the background, spread throughout time, becoming Mallus. I think that's actually, it makes a lot of sense. But that's not all there is. There is a third clue. So when Rip warns Sarah about a war related to Mallus in the latest episode of Legends of Tomorrow in Return of the Mac, someone in the comments mentioned that the war might actually be the war Barry Allen from 2046 told the Legends about in the message from last season. This war Barry warned about the Legends about could have been the Dominator War, but I don't know why Barry from 2046 would have been concerned about that war, because there was really no big repercussions, and I doubt it's the war of Crisis on Earth X, because again in the message he said, "Don't trust anyone." Actually, it might be the one from Earth X, but I think it's actually this war, because it might be the one from Earth X, because he told the Legends when they come back not to trust anyone, and I mean they're gonna fight evil counterparts of themselves, so that might be it. But I'm thinking that the reason he told them that is because of Flashpoint, and Flashpoint created Savitar, or at least let him out of the Speed Force in Season 3, so that's why he warned them about it. So I think that the war that both Rip and Barry warned the Legends about is the war between the Legends and Mallus, and Barry told the Legends not to trust anyone because Barry might be their main enemy in the war, or at least Savitar is. And they shouldn't trust Savitar. I don't think they know about Savitar. Barry probably told them, but even then, Savitar might have, he obviously has the scars, but even then, some Legends are really stupid. They might get him confused with Barry, they might trust him and then end up dying because of it, so that's why Barry told them not to trust him. So the war that both Barry and Rip warned the Legends about is probably the war between the Legends and Mallus, and maybe that means that it's the war between the Legends and Savitar. So there is a fourth clue that I realized. I realized this clue while I was editing this video, while I was adding the finishing touches, adding the pictures and the videos. So the fourth clue is that in Season 3 of The Flash, Savitar took control or possessed people, mainly Julian. He possessed Julian on multiple occasions using the Philosopher's Stone, and then here in Legends of Tomorrow, Mallus possesses, Eleanor Dark. So while that's not a big clue, I think again, just like the "I am a god" thing, it contributes to the theory. Those are the three big clues supporting my theory that Mallus is actually Savitar. First of all, he said he's a god. Second of all, Eleanor said that he spread throughout time, and that was Savitar's plan. Third of all, Barry and Rip warned. I think Barry and Rip warned the Legends about the same war. Rip between him, the Legends, and Mallus, and his team, and then Barry between the Legends and Savitar. And then the last one, which for me is definitely the weakest one, that both Mallus and Savitar had the ability to possess other people. Although when Mallus did it, he did make the eyes red, but so that is why it's the weakest one, or it's even without that, it's still the weakest one, but still I think it's still a clue. And while I think this is likely, while I think these 3 big clues are really telling, I honestly do not want Mallus to be Savitar. Because, first of all, Savitar wasn't really a great villain, and I really don't want to see him again. And second of all, if Mallus is Savitar, that would be 2 seasons in a row where the main villain of Legend of Tomorrow is a previous main villain of The Flash. And third of all, I would prefer a new character as opposed to repurposing an old villain, but I don't think I can ignore the evidence. There are just too many clues for comfort. So what do you think about this theory? Do you think Mallus might be Savitar, or do you think it might be somebody else? Let me know in the comments down below who you think it is. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.